Everywhere that I go, everywhere that I be, if you were not surrounding me with your energy, I don't wanna be there, don't wanna be anywhere, any place that I can't feel you. I just wanna be near you. And yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. Oh. Sometimes it gets unhealthy. We can't be by ourselves. We'll always need each other. Yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. I just want you to know that if I could, I swear I'd go back, make everything all better. Ooh. It's the things that you say, it's the way that you pray, pray on my insecurities. I know you're feeling me. I know sometimes I do wrong, but hear the words of this song. When I go, I don't stay gone for long. Don't know what's going on. And yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. Sometimes it gets unhealthy. We can't be by ourselves. We'll always need each other. And yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. I just want you to know that if I could, I swear I'd go back, make everything all better. Ooh. And I'm coming back home to you. And I'm coming back home to you. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home to you. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home to you. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home to you. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home to you. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home to you. I'm coming back home. And yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. Sometimes it gets unhealthy. We can't be by ourselves. We'll always need each other. And yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. I just want you to know that if I could, I swear I'd go back, make everything all better. Ooh.
Sunflower, sunflower, my eyes want you more than a melody. Let me inside, wish I could get to know you. Sunflowers, sometimes keep it sweet in your memory. I was just tongue-tied. I don't wanna make you
My name is Jordana Zanaris and I am a civil marriage celebrant. Before we begin, Julian, Emma and I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodian of the land on which we gather, the Avoca people. We pay our respect to the elders past, present and emerging. Our location today is a very circular one, not only because it's insanely picturesque, but also because it's been the backdrop of so many beautiful memories in Julian and Emma's love story. Surprise engagements included. Julian and Emma, we are so lucky to bear witness to your I do's on a beach that holds a great deal of significance to you both. When Julian, Emma and I first sat down to discuss their wedding, they assured me that their greatest responsibility was to throw an amazing party for the people they included. Well, sums up their generosity and spirit. And together, Jules and Em, you have such a strong gravitational potential, and I'm sure that as husband and wife, your home will continue to be a place where loved ones gather, dance, drink, eat, and eventually get pulled aside by Julian to be reassured how important they are to be dreaming in the day that Julian officially makes her A's auntie. So we are going to get legally married very soon to be the fourth Taylor sister. Our fiercely stubborn Emma could not be stopped by the monstrosity above her eyebrow. Reflecting on that night, Julian doesn't mention a pinpoint. Right, Emma had struck up a conversation with Jeremy, giving Julian a perfect opportunity to dive in with his won't lead with his chair. Julian thought that was a pretty swat. Emma thought she's all right through the game the boys were playing. Same nationality, let alone the same family. Julian's wild move ended with Jeremy and Julian nervously presenting 100 points of ID. So no power play involved here. And that she and Joe were meticulously drafting some perfect reply. He hoped Emma didn't know that. On that Emma, that Julian sweated through his shirt. After more successful days and more successful kisses, the couple reached their first I love you. It is actually here that Logos enters the chat. A dejected and slightly alarmed Emma was now miraculously available to the most unforgettable weekend of her life. When Emma and Julian discuss their love for one another, they both reflect on how they've grown up as kids. And growing up isn't as simple. A decade on, and through multiple metamorphoses, and our hope stands on a remote beach. And on this particularly remarkable remote beach, our hope, we will very shortly hear the couple in the say, keep her sitting and we break through our table, bowing down to breathe our others, all while voice. Wait, just but before we were going to marriage in my room, and to remind you, Ellen, just be asking. When I call upon the person, and I call upon the person seeing presence.
Call upon the person to regard.
And the nerve of our lives to go already. And I can't wait to I can't wait for you to waking up at 6 a.m. weekend. This was too exciting for the day. I can't wait for you to change the car radio. I have blood and have a hundred points.
In the borders, at the zombie I was doing was the show. I somehow I ended up one of the phobias, beautiful and bachelor to anymore with. Can't wait to continue to find out about something a little bit weird, but I love that you are. I can't promise to stop waking up at 6 a.m. every weekend to your dismay because I'm so excited. I can promise to always be there for you when times are hard. You come to the and one in the lap for one to the middle river and by your side for whatever's life's journey throws at us.
Do you take Julian to be your husband instead, to love and respect him, actively grow with him, and accept him my identity, rest, sorry. Julian, do you take Emma to be your wife instead, to love and respect her, actively grow with her, and manage her calendar for all of your years?
I
We can now finally pronounce you both husband and wife. Mr. Ashland Taylor, you may now kiss your bride.
Walk in your rainbow paradise. Strawberry lipstick state of mind. I get so lost inside your eyes. What you believe in? You don't have to say love me. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say you're mine, honey. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. Oh, honey. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. It's the only thing I'll ever do. It's the only thing I'll ever do. No wonder under summer sky. Brown skin and lemon over eyes. What you believe in? You don't have to say you love me. I just wanna tell you something. Lately you've been on my mind, honey. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. Oh, honey. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do. It's the only thing I'll ever do.
But even through that, my brain said, wow, then I can see Julian, so I'm proud to be to me. So I want to say thank Jen for his up because she makes my son so happy. And Julia, well, he's been surprising me since the day he was born. I still have absolutely no idea how he climbed to the top of the 3 meter tall pace before he was walked in. Yeah, no, that moment. But he looked so pleased with himself way up there, sitting cross-legged on its roof, throwing magazines onto the floor. A few years later, he read out loud the teacher's card of the kindergarten entrance exam, and was completely gobsmacked. The headmaster had been trying to impress me by quoting from the 17th century French novel I was named after. That was a really moment. Then fast forward past 22 fearless football injuries to find Julian staying on the football field with a ruptured intestine because he won't let his team down, apparently to the death. So as an aside, today he owes everything to the East Video Proof and making girls. And all these stories are because today I officially had my admiration ever working to them to love for each other. But I just want to say, never waste an opportunity to tell the other, I've got to cry, to tell the other how great they are. It really, really matters. And Jules, when I was sickest to your brother 3 years ago, but I want you to know it too, you deserve this. You deserve this to start with something so joyful. I just could not be more proud of him. I love him.
Just on behalf of myself and my wife Madeline and my daughters Rebecca, Aptley and Octavia, I just want to communicate how happy we are about today, how excited we are about this union. When considering Julian in the speech, it was rather difficult because there isn't any verve on him. Unlike myself, when my second father-in-law unearthed 30 misdemeanors on me prior to my wedding. Julian's always been a very competitive soul, as the other alluded to. At birth, he forced himself, using his brother's nose as leverage, he forced himself over the line first. And Jeremy isn't a slouch, but Julian was a rather aggressive chap even at birth. He was an unstoppable junior rugby player, most determined, very, very fast and very aggressive. And his determination and sheer grit were very, very much evident from the start. Ultimately, he played second grade at Easters and first rate appearances, and he still holds an athletics record at grammar. Academically, he was gifted, and he topped useless subjects like that and geography. And this prepared him most appropriately for his professional vocation of advising global firms on how they should restructure their businesses he knows absolutely nothing about. And as Jacob said on the Bucks weekend from a few weekends ago, Julian's actually the dumbest, smartest guy that we know. And that was actually evidenced through the vows. On the subject of the Bucks, Mark and I attended on the Saturday morning. The guys were there on the Friday night. I think it was a sleepless night. And Jacob stupidly came to the door at 9 a.m. to greet the fathers. I don't know if any of you are aware of this, but Jacob speaks 6 languages, and unfortunately he was speaking the 6 languages at once. Because it's such an final. After the weekend, I did give Julian some further consideration in terms of what sort of fellow he is. And after spending the weekend with Mark, I did deduce that, if a fellow like Julian came to marry, I'd be very happy about it. So he's just that sort of guy. And of course, what a wonderful young lady she is. Julian's very fortunate, and we're very, very happy to have her as part of our family finally. She's bright, she's engaging, and she's beautiful. And she's also very funny. I liked her immediately when I realised that she used the same tailor that I did. I love a woman in a suit. And I think together they're a wonderful pair. I think their property and share portfolio is going to be one to watch, diversify. So I just want to toast to Julian and Emma, to their future, and what a bright one it is. Thank you.
I've been watching you for some time. Can't stop staring at those ocean eyes. Burning cities and napalm seen flares inside those ocean eyes. Your ocean eyes on fire. You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes. I'm scared. Never falling from quite this high, falling into your ocean eyes. Those ocean eyes. I've been walking through a world gone blind. Can't stop thinking of your diamond mind. Careful creature made friends with time. He left her lonely with a diamond mind. And those ocean eyes on fire. You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes. I'm scared.
All right, guys, welcome to the reception. And welcome for the first time, George and Go-Go. And now, introducing Pat and May. Now, allegedly, this guy can speak 6 languages. I personally think he can only speak one, and he speaks it very poorly. Here comes Jacob and Alex. Because for some reason they think this day is all about them. Can we just give Emma and Julian another massive round of applause on putting all of this together?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome. Or as Julian and Emma would say,
George and I were asked to speak tonight. We were truly honoured, but we were also incredibly nervous. We had no idea what we were going to say, so we decided to fire up the laptop, jump online and get some inspiration. And after about 2 hours of deep Googling, giggling, teasing one another, we closed the laptop, we put our clothes back on, and we were ready to start writing the speech.
ladies and gentlemen, don't Julian and Emma just look incredible tonight? Let's give them another round of applause.
But also, how about a round of applause just for the bridesmaids?
And then more specifically, can we have a round of applause for the bridesman?
Now, I have to say, I really have to say, it is so good to see straight white men represented in a group that we have been excluded from for so long. Well done, Jules. You can't be what you can't see. So well done. That's incredible. Well done.
And how about the groomsmen? Don't they look dashing? Particularly that short Greek one that drives a BMW and still lives at home with his parents. I am, of course, referring to James Fermanus.
And then while we're at it and dishing out the applause, can everyone just give themselves a round of applause? Because you are part of Julian and Emma's top 100. That is incredible. You are also part of the 600 people that Julian invited to this wedding last night.
Now, as some of Julian's oldest friends, there's a real temptation to talk about the younger years, give him a bit of a roasting, but we actually don't need to because we've known Emma for 11 years. In fact, Simon and I were both there the night that Julian and Emma met.
That's right. Now, Geordie's actually already talked a little bit about the night that Julian and Emma met at Pat, Will and Tim's house party. Pause for dramatic effect. One minor detail that was left out of that was that Emma was actually supposed to be set up with someone else that night. His name is Tim Forsyth. But as fate would have it though, Emma's gaze was taken by what was undoubtedly the hottest and most jacked guy at the party.
But unfortunately, Pat was taken. Which enabled Julian to mumble his way into the conversation and start to woo Emma. Now, we don't know exactly what was said between the two of them, but given it was a party, there was alcohol involved, it was after 11 p.m, it was probably Julian telling Emma repeatedly how much he loved her.
But somehow Julian fumbled and mumbled his way to a first date, and since then the two have been madly in love. So in love, actually, that they've given themselves very embarrassing public nicknames. Really embarrassing. Like sexy, beautiful, biffle, boofle, which I think is a combination of beautiful and biffle, or potentially just how Julian says beautiful. Mr. and most importantly, sexy Mr.
Julian and Emma, they've also got an incredible way of communicating with one another, although they're very different styles. Despite having different styles, they always seem to be on the same page, and over the years we've noticed that they're actually able to translate for one another. For example, when Julian is thinking, gee, those flower decorations on the table are nice, Emma will translate on his behalf to, guys, look at this! This is amazing! Or when Emma thinks, oh, I really can't stand that guy, Julian translates to, oh, hi, Jacob.
I just want to share that with the room. Someone down here just said, that's awesome, and I don't even know that. You're right, it's fine. Sometimes, though, the translation doesn't quite work. For example, once, after a night out, Julian had lost his house keys. It was 2 a.m, and he proceeded to the window, and he needed to be let in. So he gently cooed Emma's name to come downstairs and open the door.
Or as Emma told us the next day, I heard him outside the door and it woke me up. He was shouting James's name for some reason instead of mine. I just rolled over and said, let the bitch sleep in the bushes.
Now, when Emma was introduced to our group of friends, we could instantly see how good they were together. Emma is funny, she is caring, she's passionate, she's independent, and most importantly, she's willing to tolerate all of the stupid, immature jokes that we come out with.
And we could also see how well Julian fit into the Taylor family. It was clear to us that they really loved having him around.
They loved having him around so much that Julian was actually offered a job working for Mark Taylor's company, Socorro. Socorro then promptly deployed him to rural Queensland to work for...
Today is a very, very significant day. Not only are Emma and Julian being joined in marriage, but it's also the joining of two families. It's also quite significant for you, Emma, because as many people know, Julian has a large group of friends that consider him to be family as well. So you're not just gaining, Candy, Jeremy, Becky and Paul, but you're also gaining another 10 brothers who will love you, support you, and help get angry with you when Julian loses his keys for the 7th time.
That's actually just true. Now, before we get going into the reception, we do need to do just a little bit of housekeeping, and I promise we're almost done. The first thing is just the bathrooms. Now, as you may have noticed, there's an interesting bathroom situation here. There's no men's, there's no women's. Both the men's and the women's are just through the bar there and on to the left. Now, I'm told also there is a separate disabled bathroom out to the back. I've been asked to remind people this is for people with lower mobility, so you can expect to see Phil Beaumont there after a few beers at 9 p.m. I've also been asked to remind Tim Forsyth that the bathroom is not in his pants.
Additionally, the groomsmen.
It's just what it says.
Additionally, the groomsmen have also prepared an emergency plan that they've asked me to read. If there is an emergency such as a fire, everyone over the age of 50 is required to congregate at the front and to the right. Then all people under the age of 50 may follow and meet outside to the left. The only exception is all of the single women who have been asked to congregate on a chartered bus that will take you straight to an Airbnb arranged by James Formanis. With all of that said and done, Julian and Emma have been stressing to us that they really wanted this weekend to be about their friends and family having as much fun as they are today. And it's already been said today, but I think that says so much about them that their main concern on their wedding day was all of us and not them.
And it means the world to us that they trusted us enough to speak at the wedding. I don't know how you guys feel about that now. But it really does mean the world to us. So we'd just like to get everyone to raise their glasses to Julian and Emma.
Alright everyone, enjoy your drinks. Dinner's obviously on the tables. We'll be back in a bit to introduce you to speeches, but for now enjoy.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling, none of that could ever make.
Hello, everybody! We are the very blessed sisters of the newly named Emma Jeanette Attard-Taylor and the now sisters-in-law of Julian Anthony Attard-Taylor, who has been like a brother to us for the best part of a decade.
Feels pretty special to be up here giving this speech, having such a gorgeous relationship with Jules, as well as the obvious love we have for our sister. I think it's quite rare at a wedding to know both the bride and groom like family, and is a testament to the long, loving relationship these two have shared, and to Jules' integration into the Taylors' lives.
Growing up, E was always the simpler one, and that absolutely excludes the realm of academia. There was no way I was doing extra math study before school in year 4, I can assure you of that. E oscillated between stressing about her times tables, an obvious prerequisite to fulfilling her dreams of becoming an investment banker at the age of 10, and craving the simpler life of a dreadlock-endowed hippie and proud owner of a VW combi van.
Emma always did particularly love our family holidays around Nimbin in Queensland. Perhaps this is why Emma was so taken by Julian, who came along wearing his knee-length Billabong board shorts and DC skate shoes. Quite an unsightly combination, I have to say.
I distinctly remember the first date of E and Jules. They were going to dinner in Kirribilli, and E was wearing an orange miniskirt and knee-high black leather boots. E was going to pick up, she did. From that point on, they were absolutely enchanted by one another. E would run into my room, asking advice on how to write a chill and cute response to Jules's "How was your day?" text.
Good
And Jules would show up nervously at the door in his DCs to pick Emma up for the next date. Strangely, no one has seen those shoes since circa 2011, and if anybody has any knowledge regarding their whereabouts, Emma does not want to hear it.
We recall particularly one humble evening we were having a family dinner in Double Bay, where Emma showed up having been dropped by Julian after one of their earlier dates. We were all quite amused, myself in particular, at the red inflamed area that had appeared around Emma's mouth. When I worked up the courage to ask Dad about what Emma's predicament might be, Dad managed to hold his tongue for just a few seconds before bursting into hysterics about Emma's first bout of pash rash. They were getting along quite swimmingly, it seemed.
Unfortunately, we were not as lucky in love during our earlier years as our sister. Our poor choices and patchy dating history had nothing to do with bad timing, nothing to do with bad circumstances like you'd expect from the usual adolescent experimentation. We purely made particularly shit choices in the realm of boyfriends. These choices were made more prominent because these drop kicks were always compared to King Julian.
During COVID, I had just returned home from the States and was under strict anti-contamination measures as strongly enforced by Mum. Within an hour of being home, Julian had gone to freshen up and had sadly used my toothbrush. A surefire way to guarantee a 2-week stint in isolation. Again, strongly enforced by Jenny Taylor. There were tears and sorrowful goodbyes at a distance as Jules trudged out of the Taylor house, leaving Emma behind to grapple with the devastation of this separation.
If there is any doubt about whether they are as besotted with each other 10 years on, one only needs to witness these two greet each other at the door after a day's work. I would liken the carry-on to a war hero returning from service. There are cries of joy as he jumps into Jules' arms, mourning the preceding mediocre and Jules-less hours.
All jokes aside, witnessing your relationship and the love and support at its foundation has been my absolute honour and an inspiration for me, modelling what I will always strive for.
Watching these two lovebirds grow together has been one of the joys of my 20s. The unconditional support that Jules gives Emma has led her to become her absolute authentic self, as she inherently knows she is loved no matter what. What a precious gift. This is one of the happiest days of our lives. We are absolutely thrilled for you both and love you both to bits.
Been like a brother to us from the beginning, and it's finally official. Please raise your glasses to the newlyweds.
I would like to pick up on the fact that I don't necessarily agree when a war hero comes from 4 years in the trenches back home. He gets off the boat and he's greeted by, "Hey, sexy mister." But I agree that the enthusiasm is there. So we now want to introduce the best man to speak. Now, he is a very special man. He has... Don't laugh. He's been with Julian every step of the way. He's an incredible bloke, and he's a wonderful support to Julian. And the two actually have an incredibly special bond. And it's defined by the two of them helping each other out in any circumstance, no matter what the stakes, no matter what happens. We know that Julian will be there for Jeremy, and we know that Jeremy will be there for Julian. And Candy touched on this in her speech, and I couldn't have agreed more when she said that. And this was perhaps most apparent to all of us during the HSC, when there were a number of rumours flying around that Jeremy's essays read like a slightly worse version of Julian's essays for all the subjects that he was doing. Now, there was a bit of a scandal, nothing was proven, plagiarism never got up there, and they both had a very successful HSC. So now, to deliver what we can only assume will be a slightly worse version of the speech that Julian would have written is Jeremy Attard.
Good evening, everyone. So for those who don't know me, I'm Jeremy. I'm Julian's twin brother, and I have the honour of being his best man. So actually a few months ago, I was speaking to Julian and he said to me, Jeremy, I really don't want you to speak at my wedding, but you're the only brother I have. So here we are today. I'd just like to start off with a massive thank you to the generous Mark for putting up this beautiful house. So this house, over the years, it's become a home away from home for Jules and Emma, especially over the summer holidays, and it has a massive special place in their hearts. Over this time, even I spent quite a bit of time here at the Blue House. Every time I arrived, almost always uninvited, Mark and Frank, they always welcomed me with a spot on the balcony and a great laugh. I know how much it means to Jules and Emma sharing this day with you all here, so thank you. So now, as usual, I'll just quickly share a few stories, so then we can all go back to our scheduled unhealthy binge drinking. So being twins, Jules and I have been inseparable since the day we were born. When we were growing up, we'd make a game of anything. Anything we could. Whether we were injuring ourselves playing knee rugby, or denting the walls in our house playing cricket with marbles as the ball, or we were knocking over our parents' expensive urns, getting too competitive playing soccer, and then joining together to blame our lovely sister Becky, who would always, unfortunately, take the blame. Sorry, Becky. Overall, Julian and I would just spend hours on end together, making our own fun. Being twins, one of the most common questions that we get is who would win in a fight and who is the most dominant twin. As it is pretty evident, of course it's yours truly. Yeah. Although I say this, history really doesn't show it. From the day that we were born, where Julian decided to use my face as a springboard, so he came flying out looking nice and sharp. I came out looking like Rocky Balboa. To times when we're toddlers and I would be attempting to follow him up the mountains of Chester Drawers, wondering how the hell he ever got to the top. I think it was pretty clear that I was a follower. But I really think this is down to the fact that I really look up to my 2-minute older brother, and even now, 30 years later, nothing has changed, and he's still my biggest role model. It's evident that this supporting and ever-sharing twin quality shines in Emma and allows them to experience a connection that only a portion of people are lucky enough to experience and create the perfect match. So I know we've heard this story a few times tonight, but I'm going to set you the scene from my perspective. It was 2012. It was a standard Sydney Grammar House party. There were 30 guys. There was 2 girls at most. Emma being one of them. There was a beer bong hanging from the 2nd floor. The Outback Wrangler George Cooter was out warning all the girls of the poisonous reptiles in the long grass. And then Julian started up a conversation with the young Emma. And from this moment, they've been inseparable and have now grown into the power couple that you see before you. She's killing it in the finance world. Julian, to be honest, I really don't know what Julian does. All I know is that he uses very large consulting buzzwords to make companies think that they need his help. So outside work, Jules and Emma, they're going leaps and bounds from purchasing their first property to doing renovations, and everything they do with such passion. It's really amazing to see what these two are achieving together. I've known Emma for over a decade now, and my first impression of Emma was she was beautiful, charming, friendly, and extraordinarily thoughtful. When you compare this to Julian, it really reiterates the old tale that opposites do in fact attract. However, there is one flaw that Emma has, and that's clearly her taste in men. But nonetheless, there is nothing more in this world that Emma loves than Julian, except for possibly her naps. Thank you for helping Julian to become the best possible version of himself, and although you are now officially my sister, you have been a part of this family for a long time. And to Jules, I could never have asked for a better brother. It's been incredible to see the man you have come today. I would just like to thank everyone here who has come to celebrate the wedding of this amazing couple, and to my brother and his gorgeous bride, I wish you all the happiness life has to offer. And on behalf of our families, the boys, and everyone here today, we are all truly blessed to be a part of your lives. And lastly, to Julian, spend every day showing your beautiful new bride, the man I've always seen in you, and if all else fails, just build her that epic nap room that she needs. So now, if we can all just raise a glass to the most important people here today, the bar staff. But to Julian and Emma, you're both undoubtedly the best couple I know, and with Emma by your side, both of you will show us the right way to live happily ever after. Cheers.
That was very beautiful. Thank you, Jerry. Our next speakers are the parents of the bride. Now, we must admit, so when it comes to introducing Emma's parents, we needed a little bit more information. We each decided to do a bit more research and find out more about the parents of the bride. Jenny Taylor. Jenny's a successful model, business person, and a dedicated and loving mother who was raised, as we can all agree, 3 wonderful daughters.
Mark Taylor has captained the Australian men's cricket team between 1999 and 1999. He scored 7,525 runs in the average of 43.5. And he's also the brand ambassador for Foods, which is Australia's favourite. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark and Jenny Taylor.
This is a momentous night for our family, and thank you for being here to share it with us. 11 years ago, this nice young chap started appearing at our house when Emma was doing her HSC with a great deal of regularity. He would come over for any occasion, particularly when there was good food and wine, although I do think that Em was the main attraction.
There's not enough time to cover what a special little soul Emma is. Although, as you're here tonight, I'm sure you already know. Emma has always had a very firm idea of right and wrong. God help you if she thinks you've done the wrong thing. Her moral compass is ferocious. You will all have unknowingly passed a very tough vetting process to be here tonight. Born a twin and very, very small, her resilience and determination was evident from day one, and that fighting spirit runs through everything she does to this day. She has a huge heart, an enormous sense of humour, is loyal, strong, and very feisty. Emma is the eldest of our 3 beautiful girls, and the 3 of them are the very best of friends. They've seen each other through all the normal ups and downs of growing up, plus a lot more. When they were younger, there was some, shall we say, less loving interactions. On one occasion when Alex hit Emma across the head with a totem tennis bat, Emma decided enough was enough, packed her jammies into a Woolies bag and left home. George was all in to help and gave Emma a lift up the hill on the back of her bike. George had dropped her off and came home, and it took Emma all of about 20 minutes to follow, come back to. In her early years, Emma was a bit of a hippie, it's been said earlier tonight. With her shark tooth necklace, rashy and board shorts, we were convinced she was destined for a life in a combi and Nimbin. I'm not sure how she went from that to a P. Johnson wearing adult. But here we are. Emma learning to drive was a very, very tough period for our family. There is no one on the road that has popped more tyres or had more accidents in a shorter period of time than our Em. George, the smash repairer, became a very good friend. During school, Emma was very conscientious and asked teachers to meet after school for extra tutoring. She was in year 4. From year 8 economics, Emma knew she wanted to be in banking and worked relentlessly towards that goal from then. She's excelled in her career and we couldn't be more proud of her.
And it's not easy for us to remember a time when Jules wasn't part of our family. And I'm over the moon that it's now official. Emma has found a match who mirrors all of her qualities, good and bad. Jules is smart, he's ambitious, hardworking, resilient. And I've seen this firsthand when he worked with me for 5 years, including 4 up in North Queensland. We have, quite frankly, never had such a good employee. And he is also a terrible driver. We have a wall on our house devoted to family photographs, don't we, Jules? And Jules has wanted his photograph there ever since it went up. Well, tomorrow's a good day, Jules.
My precious girl, you're my heart, and I'm so happy that you and Jules found each other. We love you both.
In 11 years, they've been through many ups but also downs, which they've been able to get through. Jules is already a brother, as you can see, to George and Alex, and now it's official and we couldn't be happier. So please, again, join a toast to our daughter and new son. Here's to a lifetime of happiness, laughter and love that grows through the years. Jules and Em.
And now our final speech of the night is from the people that we're all here for. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma and Julian.
We didn't actually prepare anything. But yeah, like in putting this together, we really had to think about who we wanted to be here. And as we started growing up, every person here was someone that we just couldn't not have here. You've all been a massive part of our life and helped us grow into the couple that we are. And we're just so appreciative to have so many loving and supportive people in our life. To my parents, thank you so much for giving me the best upbringing I could think of. At times you probably didn't think it was a way, but I've always felt like I would never have it any other way. And I've been so appreciative of the life that you've given to me. And thank you for your lovely speeches today. To the Taylor family, I think it's so fitting that I can take the Taylor family name as part of my name. Since the day I walked in the door, you guys have made me feel like family, and now it really feels like that more than ever, and I'm so proud.
But not for me at the ice. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. You're our favourite people ever, and it's so special to have you all under the one roof. Thank you, Mum and Dad. Amazing. Thank you very much. Childhood, best thing ever, like Jules said.
Thank you to Candide and Paul because Jules is just the best. And Marg, I know you're gonna hate this. And Joshy and Ben, you guys are like our family. And thank you so much for having us all here. We really wish one extra person was here, but if he was, he would be very pissed off at the number of people on his lawn. But we just wanted to thank you again. So if we want to raise a glass. Yeah. So thank you very much, Mark. Yeah.
I think the dance still game. I think maybe the stills. Yeah. So you're going to see a terribly choreographed dance soon.
I don't know about you, but I never come into this spot on a Thursday before 10 o'clock. But I thought, what the hell, why not? I don't know about you, but I never walk up and talk to a stranger. But when I saw you, I had to, I just had to. Girl, I know your favorite beer, 'cause you told me and I bought it. You can leave me sitting right here, but if you feel like talking, what's your name, what's your sign, what's your birthday, what's your wrist tattoo, Bible verse say? Tell me this, do you kiss on the first date? Don't hold anything back. What's your dream job, girl? Where's your hometown? Yeah, what makes your world spin around and around? And are you down to get out of here too? Tell me everything till there's nothing I don't know about you. I don't know about you. We can dip, we can slip out the bank. Flee the scene, put your feet on my dash. Find a spot past the railroad tracks and never look back. But before that, what's your name, what's your sign, what's your birthday, what's your wrist tattoo, Bible verse say? Tell me this, do you kiss on the first date? Don't hold anything back. What's your dream job, girl? Where's your hometown? Yeah, what makes your world spin around and around? And are you down to get out of here too? Tell me everything till there's nothing I don't know about you. I know you like Bud Light, I know you got blue eyes, I know you got my heart beating in this bar. Tonight we can jump in, fall into something, and the perfect place to start is, what's your name, what's your sign, what's your birthday, what's your wrist tattoo, Bible verse say? Tell me this, do you kiss on the first date? Don't hold anything back. What's your dream job, girl? Where's your hometown? Yeah, what makes your world spin around and around? And are you down to get out of here too? Tell me everything till there's nothing I don't know about. Tell me everything, tell me everything, tell me everything till there's nothing I don't know about. Tell me everything, tell me everything, tell me everything till there's nothing I don't know about you.